Hello everyone, this is Saurian Target coming back at you with another Carnivores Top 5 video. But this time, I'm doing something a little bit different. This is no ordinary Top 5 video. And this time, I'm not alone.
Hello you beautiful people, this is Raptor Claw 2.0, or Raptor Claw, and yes I am that Raptor Claw, but you can simply call me RK. I've teamed up with Saurian Target here today in order to bring you guys the top 10, yes 10, best new features of the iOS update that Tatum has brought us.
That's right guys, this is my first collaboration video where RK and I are covering the top 5, well, technically top 10, new features in the Carnivores Dinosaur Hunter update for Apple devices. And if you guys like this sort of video collaboration, we'd love for this to become a regular occurrence on our channels. Isn't that right, RK?
Absolutely, because doing top 10 videos in this fashion would be beneficial for not only us, but for the fans. This way they get more information as well as being exposed to the same kinds of channels.
Now, this is only part 1 of our top 10 video, covering items 10 through 6. So to see part 2, be sure to head on over to RK's channel and see which features we thought deserved the real top 5 spots. I'll be sure to leave a link in the description at the end of this video, so you guys can head over there and check it out.
And while you're over at my channel, subscribe. I do a lot of resound projects as well as a few live action shorts, and I do a lot of this other than just modding. I mean, unless you just want to stay here, I mean, that's cool too.
So, without further ado, let's begin.
Taking the number 10 spot on the list are the updated skins to the dinosaurs and the area map. So if you didn't know already, Tatum had previously reskinned a few of the original canon dinosaurs in order to fight D3D transparency issues. This was the case in the Dimetrodon and Spinosaurus notably. However, this is now no longer the case, as all animals in the game now use their original skins they used since day one. Not only that, but the area map has been updated to now show gridded coordinates, adding a sense of realism. Also now on the animals, you can make out the scales from a distance, adding a sense of realism to the models. I noticed this mostly on the Iguanodon, but if you look at the other models, it's there.
So moving down to the number 9 spot, we have the faster loading time. Now, back in the good old days, I got to stare at this screen for a solid 30 seconds waiting for the app to load. Now, it loads up in literally 5 seconds. This is a huge improvement over the last version, and it's almost kind of shocking how quickly it loads compared to the original. Back then, you had time to ponder many life questions like, will Tatum ever add the Triceratops? Why did Carnivores HD and Reborn fail? Why do the new dinosaurs look so off? Why am I playing this app instead of Carnivores 2? But now, you don't have time to ask yourself those questions, because the game loads up with lightning speed, which is a fantastic improvement.
Coming in at number 8 are the calls and other effects. If you listen closely, you will notice that the calls have been updated in such a way that they sound slightly more high def and sound clear and much better rounded. Not only that, but the idle sounds are much clearer to make out. For instance, you can actually hear the Carnotaurus running and walking instead of having to put your ear up to the device. Well, that's what I did at least. But this is most apparent in the Tyrannosaurus, as now the roar it makes before charging is now louder and easier to hear over a greater distance, giving you enough time to plan on how you're going to die.
Come on, RK, let's keep this PG. There are kids watching after all.
Okay, I'll behave.
Good. In that case, let's continue. Everything is faster in this new update, including the number 7 pick, the player's movement speed. This one took me a little while to notice, but after checking the update notes, I can confirm that you now move quite a bit faster after the update. Player movement in Carnivores has always been iffy. HD and Reborn added a sprint option, but slow movement has always bogged down the classic games. But now, players can move considerably faster, and the variable depth of the movement meter allows hunters to choose their speed carefully.
Roaring into number 6 is the Carnotaurus itself. Now, the Carnotaurus prior to the update was really odd. It was gigantic, like much bigger than the Ceratosaurus, at least height-wise. Yet, it was also very timid, usually running away at the first sign of danger. Thankfully, that's been fixed. Now the Carno is much smaller, around the same height as the original Spinosaurus, and much more aggressive. It will now have a better tendency of chasing you down rather than hightailing it for the hills. The only downside is that its calls still do nothing for the ambience.
Yeah, Tatum, you really need to get that one fixed. So there you go, guys. That concludes part 1 of our top 10 list covering the best features of the new Carnivores Dinosaur Hunter update. Be sure to head over to RK's channel to check out part 2, where we will cover items 5 through 1. And of course, a huge thanks to Raptor Claw for joining me here today. It's been a genuine pleasure and a ton of fun doing this video with you, man.
Hey, likewise, buddy. I hope you get a chance to do this again in the future.
Well, that's all for me, guys. Remember to head over to RK's channel to see the second half, and thanks as always for watching. You guys are the best, and I will see you all next time.
Deuces, everyone.